Are you ready for the best damn radio show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
You don't want to be every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that then. While I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who's coming to the stage. Sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the court. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, still listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Stripes like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're After Dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches, won't cut short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzzer beaters. We coming live all through your speakers, go.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckasha here with the Man Hour. Sure to head over to manhourradio.com. Check out the merchandise page, of course. Check out the blog section as well. We drop blogs each and every day over there at manhourradio.com. And of course, if you're not liked or subscribed to whatever platform you listen to us on right now, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, etc., like and follow this as well. We got big things happening here in the next week, so stay tuned to what is going to be going down here in the next few weeks at manhourradio.com. Of course, Man Hour Sports Network is where you can find all the good stuff happening tonight. But today is Overreaction Tuesday, so we are going to overreact to some of the most minute stuff out there in the NFL world, and we're going to start off with CJ Gardner-Johnson. We got to talk a little bit about his lacerated kidney that he suffered on Sunday night versus the Packers. Odell Beckham Jr. obviously has been escorted off of a plane. How does this affect the free agent frenzy for Odell Beckham Jr.? And then, of course, we're going to talk about Mahomes versus Burrow happening again, part 2 or part 3. I guess it's part 3. And then we're going to finish up with some Matt Ryan action to end the show here. But first, it's time to get shocked. So, guys, as you know, Jeff Saturday is the interim head coach for the Indianapolis Colts. And we all know how easy it is to be that Monday morning quarterback, right? That Monday morning coach type per se. And people are starting to come at Jeff Saturday because of what he said on ESPN, years ago. It's like, oh, you should have took the time out. You should have done this. You should have done that. Well, it is easy to do that when you know the outcome of what is going to happen. And Jeff Saturday is starting to learn that firsthand. And of course, you guys all know how we all think about Jeff Saturday as being a head coach right now. We love it, but most of the OGs and all that stuff, they strongly dislike it. So when Jeff Saturday is failing, they're loving every single minute of it. When we sit here and we think about this, pump the damn brakes. This guy is a rookie head coach. This is his 3rd game in the NFL. People make mistakes. Right? People make mistakes. In the last 3 weeks, he has 1 win and 2 losses. They played the Philadelphia Eagles pretty damn close, and then Sunday, or was it Monday night? They just shit the bed versus the Steelers. Let's just be flat out honest about it. But did you guys know that he has more wins than Nathaniel Hackett in the last 3 weeks? And Nathaniel Hackett has had all season to right that ship. He has a franchise quarterback, $245 million. He has the best offense, the defense, yada, yada, yada. Guys, so just what I'm trying to say is slow it down a little bit. Yes, Jeff Saturday is a great personality on ESPN. I actually loved him on ESPN in the First Take and all that stuff, whatever he was on. That was the only reason why I watched the shows, like half the time. And then for you guys to come at him the way you are, like, just slow it down. Simmer down now, because Bill Cowher, we can flash back to you, like your rookie year and all those mistakes that you made, picking your nose and eating it and shit. And if you really want to go that route, we definitely can. But slow down, baby. Slow down. Alrighty, guys. So welcome to the Man Hour. Here it is time to get the show started today. It is Overreaction Tuesday. We pick and choose some stories from the NFL that many people should think are kind of minute or are overreacting to it, and we let you guys know, is it an overreaction or underreaction? Before we get too carried away in tonight's show, if you guys haven't done so already, like, comment, and subscribe to whatever platform you are listening to us on, facebook.com/man hour, and of course, youtube.com/man hour. And if you listen to this post-stream here, iTunes, Spotify, or iHeartRadio, follow this and give us a ranking as well. It helps us show a lot more than you know. A simple like here or there helps us go a long, long way right here on the Man Hour. But before we get too carried away, we got to welcome some of the people that are already in the chat here, living it up here. We see Terry. Terry is we've seen Terry a lot the last couple weeks, so thank you for tuning in tonight, Terry. Glad to see you out there. My man Luke G is in the chat tonight. What's up, Luke? I'm glad you are here tonight. Drew is in the chat. What is up, Drew? Mama Buck is out there as well, and Daddy Buck is out there. Well, we got the double bucks going on tonight. Guys, welcome to the chat. Hope you guys made it home safe over Thanksgiving weekend. Who we got here? We got Aaron. What's up, Aaron? Casey is in the chat as well. Scroll through there, and this is a new one. Hannah Bear is in the chat. Well, what is up, Hannah Bear, as well? Hope you guys are all having a fantastic night. But let's get in to Overreaction Tuesday. Overreaction Tuesday. And the first Overreaction Tuesday that we have to discuss here on manhourradio.com is the injury to CJ Gardner-Johnson. As you guys know by now, CJ Gardner-Johnson has been diagnosed with a lacerated kidney that he suffered on the first quarter of the Sunday night game versus the Packers. Him and Christian Watson kind of collided in the middle of the field. It didn't look like a whole lot, but he looked like he was definitely he was hurting, right? He was definitely hurting on that field. So let's give some background of CJ Gardner-Johnson. Right now, he leads the NFL in interceptions, and he is probably the staple of this Philadelphia Eagles defense right now. So is it an overreaction or underreaction that if the loss of CJ Gardner-Johnson will definitely affect the Eagles moving forward and cause them to be a first-round playoff exit? So on hindsight, on the surface, I would say yes. 100% over or not an overreaction, right? What has been helping the Philadelphia Eagles is their solid defense, holding teams under 14 points. You know, shutting down their passing game and the running game, making teams one-dimensional. But then we saw a guy in Reed Blankenship come in, and he absolutely. This guy jumped off the tape at me. He was flying around. He was loving it. And he got his first career interception versus Aaron freaking Rodgers. Now, if you guys do not know who Reed Blankenship is, you probably shouldn't, because he was a rookie free agent, right? So he went through all 7 rounds of the draft, and the Eagles like, well, you know, we're going to give you a chance at camp. Come to camp and show up and do your work. And guys, go back and watch that tape. That interception that Reed Blankenship had, he T-stepped it, and he came up and he came flying up the field. This guy was a man on the mission, and he was loving life out there. He reminded me of Brian Dawkins out there. Now, I'm saying he's not as good as Brian Dawkins. Like, don't get it twisted, but he reminded me of Brian Dawkins just flying around. So is it an overreaction or underreaction that CJ Gardner-Johnson will probably miss of the rest of the season? It is not an overreaction because of the play of Reed Blankenship. Guys, Reed Blankenship is going to earn himself a contract. This kid, man, oh man, like he got me fired up the way he was playing out there. Like how fast he came and got the interception. I freaking loved it. I loved it. And I'm a passive Cowboys fan. Where's my Cowboys hat? Like the Cowboys are my number 2 team. So to say that about the Philadelphia Eagles, you guys know like this guy is amazing. So Philadelphia Eagles fans, don't overreact because CJ Gardner-Johnson is out. Yes, it might affect, the foreseeable future, like this week and the next week, but long term, Reed Blankenship, he is going to do good things, guys. He is going to be a lockdown safety in the NFL. This kid is freaking amazing. Wow. Amazing. We got some more people popping up in the chat here. Drew over here at youtube.com. I guess the chat is not going to work here. I guess. Where's the old chat at? Chat. I guess I don't have the chat. But Drew says, howdy, Buck. Halloween is over. You can take the Uncle Fester costume off now. Well, that's kind of rude, Drew. I mean, I get it. Like, you don't like my shaved head bald, but my bald head, whatever. But yeah, that's kind of rude. Alpha Robinson in the chat says, what's up, Buck? And I say, what is up? And then Drew says, Ender. Whatever Ender's supposed to mean. I don't know what that is supposed to mean, but whatever, Drew. So yeah, Eagles fans, simmer down now. Do not overreact because CJ Gardner-Johnson is out. Reed Blankenship is going to pick up that slack, and he's going to do good things for you guys. He is gnarly. Moving on here. Moving on. Odell Beckham Jr. sweepstakes are getting crazy right now. He is going to the Ravens. He's going to the Giants. He's going to the Cowboys. Hell, I think I've even heard him going to the Miami Dolphins or whatever. This Odell Beckham Jr. sweepstake has been absolutely crazy. But over the weekend, he was physically removed from an airplane because he kept blacking out. Basically, he was blacked out drunk, and he was being disruptive to the flight attendants. Jerry Jones has said it does not faze me that he was physically removed from the airport or from the airplane, like I said. So is it an overreaction that people are freaking out that Odell Beckham Jr. got escorted off the plane over the weekend? And then we sit back and we relax and we enjoy this Odell Beckham Jr. sweepstakes. And I'm going to say right now, it is not an overreaction. People should be kind of concerned about this. People have the right to be concerned about Odell Beckham Jr. being blacked out drunk in Miami on an airplane. Guys, this whole Odell Beckham Jr. sweepstakes that is happening right now, it's all good and dandy. But what has he really done in the NFL? This guy is getting a superstar treatment for a subpar player. You guys are basically trying to put lipstick on a pig. Now, I'm not saying he's a terrible wide receiver. He's a top 15, top 20 receiver in the league. Easily, right? But he is not this glitz and glamour that people are putting him up on this pedestal. Like, it is... Guys, he's torn his ACL twice in 2 years. And what has he done for you since the catch? Yes, he won a Super Bowl with the LA Rams. Let's just be honest. The Rams were going to win that Super Bowl with or without Odell Beckham Jr. They bought themselves that championship. Yes, Odell Beckham Jr. would have probably been the Super Bowl MVP if he wouldn't have gone down in the third quarter. He was having a hell of a game. I get it. But he hasn't done shit in the NFL. Couple 1,000-yard seasons with the Giants. I get it. In Cleveland, he was just a nuisance saying me. Rams, he was there for 6-7 weeks, and they happened to get hot at the right time and win a Super Bowl. Wasn't thanks to Odell Beckham Jr. Let's just be honest about that. It was not thanks to Odell Beckham Jr. So for all these people that are putting him up on this pedestal, Jerry Jones, the New York Giants, the Baltimore Ravens, right? Simmer down now. So this is not an overreaction that teams like the Buffalo Bills, the Miami Dolphins, some other teams out there that were saying, we could possibly use the services of like Odell, and they're freaking out about this. Guys, that is not an overreaction at like at all. It's a very fair statement. You should be reacting about this. You should be pissed off about it. Let's just be honest about it. You should be pissed off. Hope the Bills don't sign him, says Alpha Rob. I prefer John Smoke Brown. I don't know who John Smoke Brown is, but I'm tired of this overrated guy, says Alpha Rob, with the bad knees. Yeah, he is definitely overrated. If you want to see an overrated player in the NFL, look up the definition, Odell Beckham Jr. It's simple as that. It is simple as that. He is so overrated, and it just it's kind of mind-boggling that teams are what's the word I'm looking for? Blowing their load all over this wide receiver. Let's think about this logically here, okay? The Buffalo Bills, do they need a receiver? No, they don't. The Buffalo Bills are a damn good team. Yes, they're kind of fluttering right now, trying to find their feet. Josh Allen being hurt, yada, yada, yada. Like, I get it. But Stephon Diggs probably don't want him there. Gabe Davis doesn't want him there. McKenzie doesn't want him there because he's going to take the ball from one of those guys, and things are working well in Buffalo. Miami, you already have Waddle and Hill. You only got two balls. You only have one ball to throw. Like, come on, who was going to take away the touches? MVP Tyreek Hill? Nope. Let's go down to Dallas. Dallas could probably use the services of him. I'm not going to lie. But this is a young Dallas Cowboys team that has a lot of potential. Did you guys see what Odell Beckham Jr.'s air quote dad did in Cleveland? What is going to happen when they run the hell out of Tony Pollard and Zeke over the next few weeks? And let's say Odell Beckham Jr. is like on that team and he gets like maybe 2 or 3 targets. Pissed off. He's not going to be happy about it, right? Oh, I'm wide open here. Oh, shut the fuck up. Baltimore Ravens. You guys are already sinking ship right now. Lamar Jackson can't throw the ball anyways. And, yeah. You thought Baker Mayfield was bad trying to get you the ball, Odell? Wait till Lamar Jackson tries to do it. It was Cooper Kupp that was getting him open, says Alpha Rob. You are absolutely right. Cooper Kupp was getting double teamed and triple teamed all season long, and he was still getting his. Could Odell Beckham Jr. do that? No. He couldn't. I'm just calling a spade a spade. He couldn't do it. He's not going to do it. There are certain players that make players better, right? Cooper Kupp obviously made Odell Beckham Jr. better. CeeDee Lamb is making Michael Gallup better. Tony Pollard is making Zeke better, right? The list goes on and on and on. If you put Odell Beckham Jr. on any of those teams, does he make any of those receivers better? No, he doesn't. He does not. He is over the hill, overrated, old, bad knees, whatever you want to say it, and a drunk. There. It is what it is. Moving on. Overreaction Tuesday. The next Overreaction Tuesday here, we have Patrick Mahomes versus Joe Burrow. The classic Kansas City Chiefs versus Cincinnati Bengals Part 3. The third game in 2 years that these guys have matched up. Right now, Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals own the Kansas City Chiefs at 2-0. Maybe the Chiefs can right the ship a little bit this weekend and beat them, but probably not because Patrick Mahomes just had his second baby and he's getting very, very little sleep and very little ass. If he shouldn't be getting any ass, but it is what it is. Many people are starting to compare this to the Brady and Manning matchup back up early in the early 2000s when it seemed like every time we looked around, the Colts and the Patriots were battling in the AFC Championship game and the winner would go to the Super Bowl, i.e. the Patriots, and basically win them another Super Bowl. So is it an overreaction that people are comparing Patrick Mahomes versus Joe Burrow to Peyton Manning and Tom Brady? When I first proposed this question earlier today, I was sitting back and I was thinking like, man, is this really what we're after? Like, are we looking for two big name quarterbacks going head to head every time, right? And the problem with like that is let's flash back to the AFC in that particular time. Let's think of the quarterbacks that we had. We had Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Ben Roethlisberger. Who else did you have? I as far as AFC goes, you didn't really have anything besides those three guys. So it was definitely being hyped up every time Manning and Brady play. Like, this is the game of the century. This is a preview of the championship. Yada yada yada. And which it was. Anytime those two guys played, it was much watched TV. You're looking at two of the greatest quarterbacks go head to head. Now, I'm going to say this is an overreaction. The reason why Tom Brady and Peyton Manning were so good was because they're the only two quarterbacks we really tuned in to watch every week, right? Guys, the AFC is freaking loaded with quarterbacks. Just look at the freaking AFC West alone. Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Derek Carr. You can even throw Russell Wilson in there, right? Anytime those guys match up, we're going to tune in to watch. Hell, if you want to go to the AFC North alone, you have Joe Burrow, you have Lamar Jackson. Who else you got? I mean, Kenny Pickett is probably going to be up and coming like as well. And then you got Deshaun Watson. Like, guys, the AFC is loaded in quarterbacks. So this is not going to be the next Manning versus Brady. Because as it is going to be a great game for many years to come, this is not the only much watched quarterbacks a game that we want to tune in to watch. We want to tune in to watch Mahomes versus Herbert. We want to see in Mahomes versus Allen. We want to tune in versus Josh Allen versus Justin Herbert, right? I mean, you can basically tune into any week of the NFL this whole season, and there's going to be that must-watch quarterback competition. It is just a narrative that the NFL wants us to buy into, and I'm not buying into it. So this is, I guess it is an overreaction because this is not going to be the next Manning versus Brady. It's just not. Can't wait until Allen versus Burrow. We beat Mahomes twice already. So Alpha Rob is a Buffalo Bills fan, and he does say that he cannot wait until Allen versus Joe Burrow. We've seen Burrow beat Mahomes twice already. Yeah, so the Buffalo Bills versus the Bengals will probably be for basically nothing because we'll be playing the first round of the playoffs, and the Buffalo Bills will get knocked out. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, just like Alpha Rob, anybody in the AFC right now is much watched TV. The only really teams right now that don't have a quarterback that's like much watched TV is anybody in the AFC South besides Trevor Lawrence. He's starting to come up, right? Starting to get that notoriety. Everybody in the AFC East is probably much watched TV except for Zach Wilson. And then beyond that, like everybody in the AFC is like, damn, this quarterback's pretty good. Damn, that quarterback's pretty good. Damn, that guy's pretty good. Just the list goes on and on and on, and it's just crazy to me to think like, I don't know. But guys, that is going to be it for Overreaction Tuesday right here on manhourradio.com. I'm a little under the weather. I'm not going to lie. A little under the weather tonight, but I got to get to work. I got to do the old 9 to 5 thing. I love it. I'm not going to lie. I love you guys more. We'll be in tune tomorrow. Beastie will be back tomorrow. Brandon BC Combs. We're going to talk about his horrific, that's right, terrible NFL power rankings. He doesn't have the 49ers in there. He doesn't have the Commanders in there. He has the Jets at like number 9. What in the hell is going on with that guy? Tune in tomorrow, guys. We'll talk about that and how horrific it is. Of course, we got the infamous way or no way. So if you guys want, be sure to give us some way or no ways to talk about tomorrow. That'd be fantastic. Make my job a lot easier. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place, 7 p.m. East Coast time, right here at youtube.com or facebook.com/man hour. See you guys tomorrow. We out.